Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent defended Washington's temporary easing of sanctions on Iranian and Russian crude, stressing that the move is aimed at stabilizing oil prices and allowing Asian allies such as Japan and South Korea to buy supplies that would otherwise go to China. Speaking on NBC on Sunday, Bessent dismissed concerns that Iran could earn up to $14 billion in additional revenue, calling the estimate exaggerated. He said the sanctions relief would improve strategic conditions for U.S. partners and help manage short-term volatility in global energy markets. While acknowledging possible short-term price spikes, he argued they would be manageable if they lead to long-term stability and prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. K-pop megastars BTS marked their comeback with a massive free concert at Gwanghwamun here in Seoul over the weekend. The group opened with Body to Body, the opening track of their new album Arirang, blending a modern reinterpretation of the traditional folk song Arirang performed by traditional singers. 7 more songs including the album's lead track Swim were performed live for the first time. Thousands of fans gathered on site to witness the event. The event also extended far beyond Korea, with the concert streamed live on Netflix to audiences in over 190 countries, topping the Netflix movie charts in 77 countries. South Korea's ruling Democratic Party and the government have agreed to draw up a supplementary budget of around 25 trillion Korean won, over $16.6 billion to respond to economic fallout from Middle East tensions. The plan was discussed at a high-level meeting with the presidential office at the National Assembly on Sunday, where officials said the budget will be financed using higher-than-expected tax revenues, avoiding additional bond issuance to limit any impact on financial markets. The DP said it plans to pass the extra budget in the National Assembly by April 10. The extra funding will focus on easing high oil prices, supporting vulnerable groups and exporters, and stabilizing supply chains. South Korean President Lee Jae-myung has nominated Shin Hyun-song, an official at the Bank for International Settlements, as the new governor of the Bank of Korea. Shin previously served as a professor at Princeton University and a financial advisor to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. He also worked as the Presidential Secretary for International Economic Affairs in 2010. Shin is described as a globally recognized expert in international finance and macroeconomics, with both academic depth and practical insight. He responded to the nomination calling it an honor, but added that he feels a heavy responsibility with ongoing economic uncertainties around the world due to the situation in the Middle East and U.S. tariff policies. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has been reappointed president of the State Affairs Commission during the first session of the regime's rubber stamp parliament following last month's ruling party Congress. The Korean Central News Agency said on Monday that the decision was made on the opening day of the 15th Supreme People's Assembly session. At the same meeting, senior aide Jong-un was elected chairman of the Assembly's Standing Committee, the regime's top parliamentary post, replacing Choi Dong-hae. North Korea usually convenes a parliamentary session after a party congress to formalize laws and policies needed to implement key decisions adopted at the gathering. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.